Hello, it's Garnett, and today is July 3rd, 2017. And I'm wanting to make this short video to, announce a new application style for the Neurolite. A little bit of background, first of all. I think if you've been following the Neurolite learning series of videos and documents, you know by now that there are three categories which can overlap, but three basic categories with which to use the Neurolite. The first is brain exercise, the second, help right now, and the third, brain shaping. 3. Brain exercise has been described as the application style that you use to help build the neuroplastic capacity of this person. The neuroplastic capacity you could think of as the fitness level of the brain and nervous system, or the vitality. It would be unwise to have a person with low fitness and try to introduce high-level demand experience. I believe that you understand this by now. We've talked about it a lot. It's one of the core principles of neuroplastic change, and certainly one of the core design aspects of the Neurolite. So we've got brain exercise, and the concept of brain exercise has been and is to build up the neuroplastic capacity. I think you know that the help right now is designed to help a current issue, a short-term challenge or problem, getting a person through a rough day or two or three, working so that they have benefit in the short term when dealing with a challenge. Brain shaping, which is, I would think, the most demanding in terms of the skill from the operator, and also the most demanding to the person in terms of commitment and understanding. The brain shaping is a long-term modification, growing the person, growing yourself into higher levels of ability, new areas and skills, abandoning old problem habits and developing new good habits. So, brain exercise, building capacity, help right now, short-term help with an issue or a challenge, brain shaping, long-term modification. So, what I'm wanting to introduce is a new application, and that application fits most closely into the brain exercise category. So, let's think about brain exercise. You know that brain exercise is used to build capacity. What I've done now is organize the information so you also have a good number of selections that will work to maintain neuroplastic capacity. So at whatever level the capacity has reached, foundation, intermediate, or advanced, you now can work for a period of time, as long as you want, to maintain that neuroplastic capacity. Maybe you've solidified, you've stabilized at a foundation level, and you want to hold that for a while before you move to an intermediate. So you want to hold it like a plateau for a period of time, knowing that you can go in and out and do help right now at any point, knowing that if the person has the capacity and the commitment, and you as the light coach has the insight and understandings how to guide a person through it, which arguably is a more advanced application and something that I'll be giving plenty of help and instruction on. Working to maintain neuroplastic capacity is really a great benefit. So this is what I'm calling it, so we'll know the name. It's called Neurolite Brain Tonics, a brain tonic. You know, when you take tonics, herbal tonics for example, or even there's in a sense tonic exercise where you're not really trying to build your fitness level. You want to sustain and maintain the level that you have because it's adequate or because you want to plateau for a while before you go up and higher. So brain tonics are meant to maintain a level of neuroplastic capacity. So pretty easy when you think about it. Divide brain exercise now into two aspects. One is to build capacity, and that's already been explained, and in the beginner's guide it's all laid out, and you use the brain gym for that. And then the other is brain tonics, where you work to maintain, not to build, but to maintain a certain level of neuroplastic capacity. So what you'll see, and I've already put it into the Facebook document, this information is now totally integrated into a version 2 of the Neurolite Practical Guide for Beginners. So if you have the Practical Guide for Beginners, you can copy and paste and stick this in from Facebook, or you can just request, as ever, to me at theneurolite@gmail.com, theneurolite@gmail.com, and say, hey Garnet, please send me the copy of version 2, because the brain tonic information is now in there, in the brain exercise category, of course, and also all the index pages, the references have all been amended to reflect the guide itself. Now, lastly, you'll notice that there are all of the brain network reinforcements in the list, and also there are select compositions from the brain skills section in the list. Brain networks are omni-useful. Anybody at any level of neuroplastic capacity can use them for reinforcement, hence their name. The compositions from the brain skills that are in the brain tonics list are by category and level of foundation, intermediate, and advanced. So use your common sense. If you assess yourself or the person you're working with to be at, for example, an intermediate level, broadly speaking, generally speaking, an intermediate level of neuroplastic capacity, their vitality, their fitness level, their neurological fitness is at an intermediate, kind of a middle or medium level, then you're free to choose brain tonics from either the foundation or the intermediate section. It wouldn't make much sense to choose brain tonics from advanced levels if the person is not at an advanced level of neuroplastic capacity. I think that should be obvious. Now, it's not horrible if you go up a level from where the person generally is, but keep in mind that what you want here is something that is always a go-to. You never have any doubt. If you want to give yourself, partly, I have to admit, partly this came out of my own reflection on myself, how I've been using the Neurolite for a period of time, and I've not been seeking to build. I did that for a number of months. I think I'm pretty good compared to where I started. Well, I know I am. The other thing is, I don't always go to the help right now because I don't always need help right now. If I've got a challenge or an issue or some kind of destabilizing, experience, I'll use it. And right now, I've only begun to consider what kind of vector, what kind of goal I would like to build on for brain shaping. But I've not started the brain shaping yet. The Neurolite is only about 8 months old, and I've grown with it like everybody else. It's not the only way that I work for neuroplastic capacity and skill and learning, but it's a big influence. So what I found was that I was going to a certain 1-2 a lot, and recognized that I was using it as a tonic, that it was helping me maintain. So I spent time reflecting on it and testing certain sessions and going into the composition designs. So what I've done is create a list, and each one has a title that kind of gives you the sense as to what kind of brain tonic quality or aspect it represents. And then you've got the typical name, and it also shows, whether it's at a foundation level and in peace or something like that. It's pretty straight ahead. Anyway, I'm happy about this because I think as a category of regular use for people that use the Neurolite a lot or have been using it and built to a certain point and aren't necessarily in a help right now circumstance and haven't yet committed to a long-term brain shaping, brain tonics are just so useful. They're really wonderful. So have a look, and this video, as the others, will be posted in the Neurolight Garnet YouTube channel. Quote, Neurolight Garnet, quote, is how you find it. If you haven't subscribed, it's a smart idea to do that, assuming that you want to keep learning about the Neurolight. And I think that's it for right now. Thanks, bye-bye.